Chapter 25. And Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. Now this is so like the devil. He does this with Christianity. If he can't destroy something, which he tried to in the beginning, we know all about these martyrs that began, he'll try to co-op with it, and then a little bit of leaveneth the whole lump. So he'll try to poison it. And now we see all these other cults on out there, and they're everywhere, and they all claim that Jesus is this and that. And we see idolatry mixed in with Christianity now, and it's just pollution after pollution. Well, the very same thing is now happening to these Israelites. So these women of Moab, they come in and they start to take the men from Israel, and they start to commit all kinds of lewd acts because they worship Baalpeor. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods, and the people did eat and bowed down to their gods. So real quick, not only are they given into the flesh through these licentious acts, but we're also told, and the people did eat. Now remember how they would complain about the manna. And the people did eat. Gluttony added its seductions to lust. No doubt this generation were as weary of the manna and as eager for other and heavier food as their fathers had been. And Israel joined himself unto Baalpeor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. Now it's somewhat important to realize about this, the nastiness involved with this particular false god, Baalpeor. Baalpeor, from a verb signifying to open and uncover. He's known as the god of openings because of the obscene posture in which the idol was set, or because of the filthiness which was exercised in his worship. Just to worship this idol, you had to do the worst things that you could ever imagine, and I'm not going to get into any details. And many in whom engage in these types of acts, they say, well, there's nothing wrong with this. I don't see why so many laws, God's too strict or any of this. This is what they say. Well, you have to understand there are many diseases and rottenness that comes from such lewd promiscuity. These things not only kill the body, but also corrupt DNA, and one's posterity can become corrupt and distorted through such acts as these. And so whenever you see the punishment for this, do not think it's too harsh, my friends. This had to be shut down. The Messiah is going to come through these people. And so this is for the salvation of the world. I mean, everything hangs on this. Which kind of upsets me whenever they talk about how angry God was in the Old Testament and all of this. Well, the Messiah was going to come through these people. He had to be very strict with them. Keep them in line. Our souls are on the line. Just give, a minute's thought to it, and you'll begin to see the great importance in being so strict with these people. And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people, meaning the chief of the offenders, not the literal heads, and hang them up before the Lord against the sun, meaning take their bodies, and after they're dead, and place them up upon pikes, spikes, whatever, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel. The offenders were to be first slain by the hands of the judges of Israel, and afterward hung up against the sun, meaning publicly, openly. As an aggravation of their punishment, this would be done by impaling the body. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baalpeor. Okay, so they do this, and behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, meaning that one of these lewd women were being brought in to continue committing these acts. And then we see this, one of the priests. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the high priest, the son of Aaron the high priest, this is Aaron's grandson, Phinehas, saw this, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly, so the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. Phinehas was himself a man in great authority, and did this after the command given by Moses to the rulers to slay these transgressors, and in the very sight, and no doubt by the consent of Moses himself, and also by the special direction of God's Spirit. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. Now, we are not told what this plague was. Once again, it was something that happened very quickly, and usually plague will point to a stroke, sudden death happening. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, hath turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consumed not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore say, Behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and made an atonement for the children of Israel. Now the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of a chief house among the Simeonites. And the name of the Midianitish woman that was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Zer. He was head over a people, and of a chief house in Midian. It is probable that the tribe of Simeon was deeply implicated in the transgression. Now this is a theory, and that those who belonged to that tribe were the chief sufferers in the plague. If you'll see in Numbers 26, which is the next chapter, as their tribes' numbers decreased drastically. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Vex the Midianites, and smite them, for they vex you with their wiles, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of a prince of Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague for Peor's sake.